Thai entrees. They're having fried rice with egg on top. Cold fried rice because I have cold eggs. And a coffee because we need to wake up. And I took one of my painkillers, which is a little wee strong. I should have shaken. Ooh, that's yummy. That's what we call a runny egg. So yum. It's the day after Boxing Day, you know? Did you all spend money? I didn't. Probably because I did a little bit of shopping before. I should have made 3 eggs then. It's like 10 something in the morning. Tuesday? Monday? Don't ask me, I have a terrible memory. I'll be saying, I'll call you back. Don't. I'll call back to you soon. Don't. Especially now that I've got a baby. No. If you're a full-time parent or carer, you know it's like, oh, bloody hectic. Can't do things, can't go to places, like what the hell, you know? I just had a little weird, beautiful morning. Someone sent me a random message last night. Asked me about me and somebody else, what the full name was. Be nosy? Like I want to know why they asked me? No. If you know me, you know I talk a lot. You'll ask one question, I'll explain everything. I'll explain why we have an A and why we have a Z. I'll explain to you why there's a sun and why there's a moon. And it's always I think because there's something I don't really like talking about too much about my health, but I think there's something not creepy, but I'm a very much chatterbox. And if you tell, I was fucking annoying as a little kid. You know, my mum was getting stressed out. And I was asking them damn wide questions, like a 5-6-year-old will do. Right up until I thought I knew it all. You know what I mean? But yeah. Alright, last my thought. one of my names I was told had a tapu on it. So tapu means like taboo, curse and all that stuff. I told myself years ago that I will, when I'm ready, I will uplift my name. One of my parents was like, no, you're alright. And the reason why I had the first name that I do, it had nothing to do with that's what it was supposed to be. But it's funny because that's when my mum intentionally put the name that my mum was actually okay with as my second, because it should have been my first. And that's why my name was, excluding my actual first government name, my first and second was set the way it was supposed to be because of my father. And she loved the fact he was involved. But he had so much respect for my mum. The people I'm named after, he really did take it. My mum told me that, and then my dad told me about a year or two ago. His version, and they've always been the same. So I carry all my names with pride. I used to hate my first name at one time, and no hate's a strong word. I know it's not my name. It was the fucking people, because I had to always constantly repeat myself. And I fucking hate that. If you know me as a person, you know I hate repeating myself. Yeah, I'll fucking talk about every fucking thing just to get to the point, yeah? Anyways, I was one particular person, and I was like, even though they didn't actually ask what the meanings were, but I felt compelled to. And anyways, also short, I uplifted one of my middle names. I'm a little emotional. So Matakiti. I already know it was, but it's a lot of long story about my personal life that I'm not really quite ready to go in. But I've always been a spiritual person, but I actually carried the actual title name in my culture, which is called Matakiti. You know things do a lot, and you're just a very different type of person. And Matakiti does all. Not some people have like different views, but I don't think they're really into like a wide or rōpū, or really heavy into, you know, it or have certain kaitianga to teach them shop. Like, even if you don't have that, just use teach them over, you know. So when I give mum moko kaiwa, because I already saw it on me when I was young. Oh, it's so cool. Both my parents are their cousins. So the family root is like really strong. From both ends. Especially on my dad's side. Like, ooh. No, from his mum and his dad. A lot. So I feel very honoured. But anyways, I'm not too sure, but my name could be news. Not quite sure. Any of them, I don't really know. And I don't really care if they use it or not. But I feel that my daughter carries my first name. So yeah, anyways, you have a wonderful day. Fry roast the shit. And you have a wonderful day. Why? Oh, and uplift means that I took the tapu off my name, which now means that anybody who carries my second name will not get sick like cancer.